teaching of science and maths in English, I feel that the option must be given to students, especially those in urban area, because the usage of English is very wide in these areas, and I feel abolishing this in year 2012 will not be good for the students, because in this globalized world, our students will be left behind if they are unable to understand terms, scientific terms in English. And based on my experience going to university in Australia when I was there, it's not so easy. Based on my observation on some of the students, they really struggle with the teaching materials, and we were all given extra tutorial for us to be able to catch up. Even though I come from an urban area, some of us still struggle a little as compared to our other. I think we are taking a step backward in abolishing the teaching of maths and science in English. So I really feel that they must give the option to parents in urban area to decide what is best for their kids.
But I think it's long overdue, because if you look at it, for a lot of people in this country, the children who go to rural Malay schools, to the children who go to Chinese schools, to the children who go to Tamil schools, in their homes they don't use English. So when you teach maths and science in English to these children, in a language is alien to them, and often with teachers who are also not very proficient in these languages, they are then under a greater disadvantage. Teaching science and maths in English is good for my child. It's good for the children of the middle class. It's good for children of professionals, of the urban people. And our children already are so advantaged in the education system. And it's very bad makes things more difficult for children from the rural areas and from lower socioeconomic group who have their education in vernacular. So I think this is a good move in terms of social equity, and in terms of helping the children of lower economic groups and rural people do better in education.
Now, as far as this language issue, I think it's a very complex issue. First of all, I must start by saying that I did not agree with what Dr. Mahathir did of switching science and maths into English. What I think, where I agree with him, is that we should have an improvement in English. I think that's extremely important, that every child who comes through our school system should be extremely fluent in both Bahasa Malaysia and English. It's important in today's world. Now, how do you go about doing it? The way you go about doing it is not to teach maths and science in English. The way we should go about doing it is start English at a very early age. We can start it at preschool age. Let the kids learn English through songs, through plays, through stories, not through exams and formulas and syllabus, because at that age they won't be shy. So they'll be very easy to teach them. Just ask them to sing some English songs, sing some Malay songs, so that people become bilingual. And it should be held in a mixed environment where children of all races, all religions are working together. Preschool. Before they go on to their Chinese school, Tamil school, Malay school, we can have a common preschool where we teach English and Malay, not in an exam format, but in this kind. And then we carry on. Once they're in primary school, we strengthen English. Make sure they know English and Bahasa both, So we have more time for English because they already got a starting. So they will carry on English. We introduce a lot of materials in English in all subjects. Okay. We can have reference materials in English, let children do some work in English, and so on and so forth. And we must put in resources to teach English well, especially in primary schools, in rural areas, or in poor urban areas. Especially for children who come from non-English speaking homes. You have to teach them English well, because that will help them to move out and get better jobs in the next generation. I think that's what we should be doing. So I actually don't want to get into this controversy of switching back and all that. I think now that they switched back, let's leave it at that. Okay. Let's not go back and all that. Let's start improving English from the very bottom, and then move up all the way. But we must not ignore Malay, because Malay is the national language of this country. So what I mean is we should be like countries like Sweden, Holland. Now if you go to Sweden, for example, everybody speaks Swedish, but if you speak to them in English, they speak very good English. But they are fluent in their own mother tongue. Everything is in Swedish. That's what I want. I want to see in this country, Malaysia, in future, say in 20 years, a lot of things are in Malay, but if you speak to anybody in English, they can answer you in English. Also, good English. That's what happened in Sweden, in Denmark, in Holland. They all speak Dutch, but they can speak English well. Why can't we achieve that?
Okay. I have been teaching science and maths for the past 40 years. I've taught for 40 years. I've taught in English, I've taught in Bahasa. There shouldn't be any problem teaching Bahasa, but then make the children learn in Bahasa when they go overseas or after Form 5. They will find it difficult to communicate with the outside world. So it's better they learn it in English. Of course, Malay is their national language. They will know. If they want to tell the same subject in Malay, they can do it in Malay, not in English.
You are from what form?
Form 3.
Form 3. How?
I got from my science and mathematics B.
B. Okay.
Not is too much of Malaysia. Is the like international. English can go out to you also.
Okay.
It's easier.
You are in which form?
Form 2.
Form 2. Are you studying maths and English in which language now?
English.
In English, do you prefer to study maths and science in English or Bahasa?
English.
English, why?
I like English because it's easy for me to learn science and maths. In home also I use English to